Hey everyone, it's Gordon with Foxfire Unlimited. Several people that I know have actually asked me to weigh in on the new console war that's going on right now, and so I figured why not make a video, so that way I can share my thoughts with the rest of the world, and some of you might care, some of you might not care, but you know what, apparently people in real life care about my opinion, so I figure I must have something at least pertinent to say. So the long and short of it is this. I have the PlayStation 4 reserved. I do not have the Xbox One reserved for a myriad of reasons. The PlayStation 4, I'm just going to cover real quick. I'm not a huge fan of it. I guess I should cover the things that both companies are doing wrong first. They're both... simple issue. Backwards compatibility. They need to acknowledge that yes, there was things that came before this system, and is it really that difficult to make something backwards compatible? And the answer is really no, it's not. Some of you may say, oh, well, it's a hardware thing, or oh, you need to emulate it and it's not perfect. Well, okay, I understand that, but I mean, how many people have got, I mean, wasn't that the whole point of that guy that got arrested for hacking the PS3? He hacked the PS3 to show that it was not a hardware thing that was emulating it. That he made a non-compatible PS3 emulate past generations. That's why they shut him down. So it's not a huge deal. They need to acknowledge where they came from, and they need to realize that a lot of us still have all these old games and we still want to play them. There's one of the main reasons why I don't play the Xbox 360 anymore is because I want to play games like Gauntlet Legends, Gauntlet Dark Legacy, which I have on my shelf for the regular Xbox, but why can't I play it on my 360? It's dumb. But we can play Barbie's Racing Ride, which they made a joke about that. The games that we're going to make backwards compatible is not going to be like Barbie Racing Ride. And then here it is, Barbie Racing Ride, backwards compatible. So the Sony is messing that up big time. They need to do that. They need to have some sort of backwards compatibility, and that's my main problem with the Vita too, is that yeah, it'll play all these things, but you need to re-buy them in digital format. I don't know anyone who likes digital format. I know some people that go on Steam, but that's because they get like games for $1. We're talking about games that they want to like $20, $30 for sometimes, and it's ridiculous. So that's my main problem with Sony, and that's really my only big problem with Sony. I mean, there's a couple other small things, like for one thing, the controller just looks dumb. If it's not broke, don't fix it. I mean, if anything, make it slightly bigger, which it looks like they've done, but do we really need a touchpad? I mean, really? Do we really need a touchpad? No, we don't. We don't need motion gaming. We don't need, and I'll lead into the Xbox now. The Kinect is stupid. It's pointless. It's not a gaming device. Can you use it for gaming? Well, sure. Why not? Should you use it for gaming? No. Look at what MIT did. Look at they were performing surgery with a series of regular Kinects. Like they had like 4 Kinects or something like that, and they had a surgeon across the country performing surgery on air. And meanwhile, it was across the country at MIT or wherever, they had the same setup, and they had a robot performing surgery on a dummy and stuff like that. But still, I mean, it's such a powerful tool. Don't use it for gaming. Gaming is supposed to be fun and stupid and a waste of time. Let's just face it. I have a whole 2.5 rooms of my house that's completely devoted to gaming. But guess what? I will be the first to admit gaming is designed to waste your time. Simple as that. It's just, Microsoft, what are you doing? And then making it a requirement? That's just dumb. I mean, anyone who thinks that that's a good idea, I'm sorry. It's not. What were they thinking? If you unplug it, then the system won't work at all. Oh, gee. dumb. So that's my thought on the Kinect, and the whole always on thing. And Microsoft has already stated that, you know, hey, if Big Brother wants to come in and look inside your house, we're not going to stop him. And I got a Facebook alert if you're wondering what that beep was. Anyway, so you know, that's that. As far as the DRM is concerned, you're gonna, you know, the people who are probably going to comment on this video are going to say, oh, well, they already said that they're not going to do that. Well, here's the thing. Yeah. I got an email. Anyway, I should probably turn that to vibrate. You don't want to hear Metroid and Zelda sounds from my phone. Anyway, but here's the thing. They're not actually... It's a hardware issue now. It's there. Yeah, they've said, okay, well, there's going to be a day one update where we're going to patch it away and you won't have the DRM and you won't have to connect once every 24 hours and all that kind of stuff. Well, guess what? What happens if someone gets an Xbox and they live in Wyoming or somewhere and they don't have any internet whatsoever? They're going to think, okay, well, I don't have to connect every 24 hours. Oh, guess what? Yes, you do. Right away, you have to. And then here's the bigger thing. Microsoft has already proven that they're siding with the developers and not the gamers. And you need to take care of the people who give you your money first. The developers aren't the ones that give you your money. We are. And I think Capcom has been learning that lately because so many people have not been buying their products. And guess what? They're finally starting to listen and actually do what the gamers want again. If only they would do it faster. A little aside here, I haven't bought a single Capcom product since Marvel vs. Capcom 3 because they said outright there's not going to be any DLC for Marvel vs. Capcom 3 there, and we are not going to put any you know, extra Super Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Turbo Edition arcades, and meanwhile 6 months later, what was there? Oh, hey, Ultimate. So, but that was the point. They said if you bought the collector's edition, if there even was any DLC, then you were going to get the DLC for free. And just another thing why I don't like DLC, which leads into my DRM argument. It's going to be there, whether you want it to be or not. What's going to stop them from just patching, you know, they're going to patch it away? What's going to stop them, you know, hey, 3 or 4 months down the road after everyone gets 360, an Xbox One, which is a stupid name. There's already an Xbox One. Stupid Microsoft, seriously. You're not rebooting a system. I guess you could reboot a system, just the reset button. So, sorry, anyway. But it's just... What's going to stop them from just removing that patch? Nothing. Nothing at all. They can say, oh, okay, well, it's not there. And 3 months later, hey, guess what? You got to connect now. Because EA said they wanted us to. And then as far as Sony, people are going to comment on Sony is leaving DRM to the publishers. Well, of course they are. They've already been doing that with the PlayStation 3. Look at EA. EA is been doing that with the PlayStation 3 anyway. That's the only reason why they said Sony said they were going to leave it up to the publisher was because they've already been doing that with the PS3. Sony's not changing their stance. Things aren't going to be more locked down with the PlayStation 4. They're going to be exactly the same as they frickin' were before. And I hate to revisit this. It's exactly what Razorfist said. The most alarming thing is that the best part about the new console war is that things are essentially staying the same. And that's honestly shocking. Like, why? There's no innovation anymore. There's no creativity. The whole point of having multiple consoles is to where you can have first party on different consoles, and it's an actual, people want this console because they can only get that here, and they want this console because you can only get that here. Well, guess what? The only things that you can do that with now are Gears of War, which is, like I said, I don't play the 360 much anymore. I honestly haven't turned mine on in a long time. But you know, it is like Gears of War and Halo, and both of which no one, from my understanding, really cares about much anymore, just because they're just sort of, they're just cash-ins, and people are realizing they're just cash-ins now. And what does Sony have? They have Infamous, which they're screwing over because everyone likes Cole, and there's this new guy, which, who knows, we might like the new guy, and I'm sure the game is going to be good, but it's just a matter of, what are they doing? We want more of what we had, but at the same point, we want a little bit different, and it's just, I understand what they're trying to do, but start a new IP. I mean, Watch Dogs, for instance, step in the right direction. It's a new IP, they're trying new ideas, it's great, it's good stuff. And then, I just got derailed. Well, jump cut, because I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, but it's just a matter of, they need to, here's what Microsoft needs to do in order to just come back. They've already damaged themselves so far. What they need to do is they need to delay their new Xbox system. They just need to say, you know what, we messed up, we're sorry, our new system's going to come out the end of next August. Why the end of next August? Because, for one thing, it's basically the end of summer. Everyone is going to be wanting to go back indoors. People are going to want... here's the other thing. If the Xbox is going to be $500 versus the Sony is going to be $400, I mean, just look at the reserve numbers. Pretty much everyone's going with PS4 now. So people are going to want to spend as little money as they can, because otherwise, why not just get a gaming PC? So they'd be much more inclined to actually just run with the 360 for now. They can. The install base for the 360 is so big right now, they don't need to have another console out this year. What they can do is just delay the 720, Xbox One, whatever. It's a stupid name. Xbox. There's already an Xbox One. Sorry, I still get mad about that. Anyway, just delay it. By the time whenever next year comes around, production costs will be cheaper. They won't lose as much per system whenever they sell it. And they can actually increase the specs, so they'll have the top dog in the console race. They'll have the most powerful machine out there, and get rid of the Kinect, and don't even talk about DRM. If you're going to do it, just don't even talk about it. Simple as that. And spring it on us later. That's a better tactic than saying, oh, hey, we just want your money. Anyway, they need to do that, and it's going to be much easier for them to get $500, even $500. Say the full price, $500 next year. It's going to be easier for them to get $500 from us then than it is going to be this fall, because everyone's going PS4. Almost everyone is going PS4. It's as simple as that. People are not going to want to spend $400 and then an extra $500 on an Xbox. I don't care what Killer Instinct is going to do. You're going to be hard-pressed to find someone who's a bigger Killer Instinct fan than me. I will slap the shit out of you with Spinal, Full Gore, Orchid. Don't even get me started on Cinder. He's just so easy to cheese with. But, Killer Instinct is not going to be their big killer app that they think it's going to be. And they don't really have anything else to sell the system. And they just need to get their shit together. I'm sure Bill Gates is just wanting to just line up his whole marketing department in one big line and just do a big stooge slap right down the middle. But, they need to just say, we messed up, we'll have something for you next year. That's the way to fix my Xbox's current problem. So, as simple as that. And you've heard me ramble long enough, so I'm going to end this video here. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Am I completely and totally wrong? Probably. But, hey, that's my opinion. That's what I think they need to do. So, leave your comments down below. If you like me, subscribe. If you want to see more videos of my opinion, feel free to let me know. I will try and actually have a little note card so I don't ramble as much next time. Anyway, simple as that. I'm going to go make some perlers and watch Justice League. So that's my night, because there was no power at work. So, hey, I got a free night off and I still get paid. So, Simple as that. And you guys have a good night and have fun.